Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about Batman Arkham 2019 and why I am personally confident in it being released this year and it being announced this year, and why it's most likely going to be a Batman game and why I'm confident it is a Batman game. Now, before we get into the video, if you could drop a like, let's try to get to 500 likes. You guys always kill it with these Arkham videos. You guys love them. I love making them, and honestly, it's really fun to discuss about this stuff while the game is being finished and stuff like that. We clearly know that WB Montreal employees are excited after 6 years of not making anything, and you know, they actually have met with WB partners, so something is coming soon. We just have to wait, and these videos really do help. So starting off with my first point, we haven't had a AAA DC game in the last 4 years. Yes, the last DC open world game that we had was back in 2015, and that's actually mind-boggling, because when you look at it, the game that came out last year, Spider-Man PS4, was the best-selling PlayStation exclusive game ever. And that's really something that I think WB will be looking at when they want to release this game, is because Spider-Man most likely had a huge influence on WB and most of the people making this game right now. WB isn't going to be looking at Spider-Man PS4 and Marvel and just see them pump out the fastest selling PlayStation 4 exclusive ever that is a superhero game and not try to capitalize on that. Alright, it would make the most sense, especially with Arkham. Like, not only would you be capitalizing on Marvel fans and superhero fans' withdrawal of not having a superhero game for a year since Spider-Man PS4, you'll also be using the Arkham name, which would be incredibly genius. You're bringing in people who's played Spider-Man PS4 and bought that PlayStation 4, and you're getting people who really enjoyed the superhero story. The fact we haven't had a game in open world DC game in 4 years, and Spider-Man PS4, an open world superhero game, which was the best-selling PlayStation 4 exclusive game ever, that is something that WB is clearly taking note of. When we go back to another theory that I had about the release of this game, it's the MK/Arkham pattern. When you go back to Arkham City and MK9, they were released on the same year. When you go back to Injustice 1 and Batman Arkham Origins, they were released on the same year. When you go back to Mortal Kombat 11 and Batman Arkham Knight, they were released on the same exact year. The only reason why we didn't get something in 2017 was, of course, WB Montreal's games were canceled, so we couldn't actually tie up NetherRealm in another DC open world game. But they were planning to with a Suicide Squad game that got canceled in late 2016. So they were clearly going to keep this pattern, which means the next pattern, the next one that is in line, would be a Mortal Kombat game, which they have done every Mortal Kombat game. Every Mortal Kombat game has always been released in the same year as an Arkham game, because the first half would be Mortal Kombat's half of the year, and then the second half would go to Arkham. For WB, that's a genius business decision. Putting up two of your best-selling games ever in the same year on different quarters, genius. And it's very likely that they're going to be pulling the same stunt this year with another Mortal Kombat game and another Arkham game. When we look back at WB Montreal's last game, their last game that they were making was an Arkham game. Now, their Suicide Squad game was canceled in late 2016. And we know from Jason Schreier and from Kobe Slickmoff, who was also seeing concept art for this Arkham game that was canceled, that they were making a Damian Wayne Batman Arkham game set after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. That was the last game that they were making, and the last thing that we heard from that game was that it was being rebooted. That is massive. We know that this game was completely rebooted. And we know that all of this is confirmed because Bobby, a WB Montreal employee, has confirmed that they canceled 3 video games. And we know that they're all DC games because they confirmed back in 2015 that they were creating 2 AAA DC open world games. So this is all adding up. It all ties in together with the 2019 release date, and they've been working on this game for the last 2 years, since 2017. So when you look at that, their last game that they were developing was an Arkham game. The last thing that we heard about that was that it was rebooted. The only thing that we've heard about this game is that it was, it's going to be a Batman game. And also, when you look back at all the teases and hints, it's pointing towards nothing else but Batman. Why wouldn't it be Batman? Like, why wouldn't it be? Who else would it be? All these reports have been confirmed that they rebooted this game. And them making it in 2 years, how is that illogical? When they've been working on it for over a year. They've been working on the Damian Wayne game for over a year. So if they rebooted that, took some elements from that, and just ported it into this new one that they've been making for 2 years, it's easy to see how they're almost done, or they're close to being finished in gold. And the last point, and a few of my last points, is the devs' tweets themselves. When you look back at the late 2018 and early 2019 tweets, their likes about Arkham and Arkham 2019 and stuff about Arkham and all this stuff, you really start to see a pattern of WB Montreal devs becoming very, very excited. And it's really, really interesting to see, because back when Patrick tweeted out, hey, yeah, we're not going to be at the Game Awards. We're actually going to be in California to show off our game to WB executives. A few weeks later, he tweeted out this very cryptic tweet about, hey, in May 2019, bring you guys everything you wish. And this is a cryptic tweet. I don't care what anybody says. You can't disprove that. There's no need for a ... in the middle of a sentence. If he wanted to continue the sentence with "and," which everybody who's good with grammar knows, you don't start a sentence with "and," you clearly can see that he's being cryptic here. In May 2019, bring you everything you wish. Everything you wish from WB Montreal, huh? Gee, I wonder what we've been wishing for the last 6 years. We have multiple teases and hints. We have an actual on-scene logo of the Court of Owls on a developer's shirt. This is the Court of Owls. You can't disprove this to me. This is literally the Court of Owls. The new version that we've never seen before. Not in the Gotham show, not in the comics, not in the animated movie, Batman vs. Robin. None of that. This is a brand new logo from WB Montreal. And this is also something that they teased with the Court of Owls showing up magically at a party, you know, a year after their first game, their first Arkham game that they were working on was rebooted. Constant tweets and retweeting about, you know, them actually about to make this game. They retweeted Kobe's tweets about this actually happening and them actually making a game, them releasing a game next year. They've liked hundreds of tweets of IGN posts saying, you know, how Damian Wayne, how their next WB Montreal's game is most likely going to be an Arkham game with the Court of Owls as the villains. Devs themselves, the developers themselves, have liked those tweets. I don't know how else I can really put this into a better, more compiled video for people who just don't understand it, but it's so blatantly obvious that the devs are gearing up to do something here, and it's been 5 years since the last Arkham game. I don't see how it's so illogical for anybody to think that this game, Arkham or not, even though it does look like it's going to be Arkham based off of all the teases and hints that we've gotten, Arkham or not, there's going to be something this year. Not to mention, can I also talk about how we had a WB Montreal employee 2 months after their game was actually rebooted. After that happened, he had on his LinkedIn page Project 2019. two months after their project was canceled. So they clearly, back in 2017, are gearing up to already have something out this year. So I don't know. You know what? You guys can talk about all this evidence in the comments below. Take what you want to hear from me and whatever. But, you know, when at the end of the day, my confidence level is so high in this, and it's not because, oh, there's rumors and leaks and hints. No, it's because the devs themselves have been literally giving us teases and hints. They've been saying this is happening. They've also been liking other stuff about their game and how they're so excited to talk about it. We have devs doing interviews. These people haven't been talking for the last 6 years, dude. Now we're getting something, and now it's nothing? Like, come on, think about it. Think outside the box. Stop being closed-minded to the people that are so dead set on bashing this game into the ground and saying that it's not happening. Open your eyes a little bit, and maybe look at all the evidence and proof that's lined up for you. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more Arkham videos in the future. I will be posting more soon, I promise. It's gonna just take a little while. February isn't the month. I know, January was. I posted like every day there, but February isn't like the craziest month ever. But we're gonna be posting more soon. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.